Aloha mai na pu'ulu to our first gathering. Before we venture out into the wild to conduct our own research and eventually manage our own resources, there's a few things we need to cover. Like, what even is this? What the heck's going on? What is this even for? And where do we go from here? So let's get started. For these gatherings, we will be focused on 3 mahele: review of conservation concepts, natural resource management on land, and natural resource management in the water. For the first 2 weeks, we will be reviewing concepts of conservation to bring you up to speed. The following 4 weeks, we will be looking at how natural resource management is being implemented across America through organizations such as Department of Land and Natural Resources here in Hawaii and the Nature Conservancy. With this, we will be focusing on management practices on land. And for the final 4 weeks, we'll be looking at some of the same organizations, but with a focus on aquatic management. Throughout this journey, there will be a number of quests, missions, and raids, which we will go over later. So let's first focus on how you will be evaluated. On this level, there is a maximum of 1,000 points you can earn. Because you are still alapu'u, you will be starting off at 0. You can earn points by completing or showing mastery in the skill sets, concepts, or quests provided before you. These events or missions are ranked as follows: Malama, 5%. Kano'ono'o, 20%. Huli Kalima, 20%. Kilo, 20%. And Ho'ike, 35%. To pass this level and move on to the next stage, you'll need to earn at least 70% or a C average. Failure to do so will spawn you at the beginning of this level, where all of your skills and points will be set back to 0. Now that you know how the point system functions, let's take a look at some of the quests and events you'll be encountering. Let's take a look first at our quests, Kano'ono. These quests are based off of concepts and skills learned from our gatherings. There will be 2 types of quests: those to be completed every gathering after each lesson, and those that meld concepts and skills that were learned throughout the week. This broader discussion can be found on Canvas under discussion boards and will be due on the following Monday's gathering. There are 11 guidelines and etiquettes that everyone must follow when posting on the discussion board. If you wish to read them over, you may find them in your field guide under sections labeled Kano'ono. Remember that for this quest, there are no right or wrong answers as long as you put thought into them. Now, assuming you survived this long, we will be conducting our own field investigations called Huli Kalima at our respective sites. For these quests, you will be required to make observations of your area by identifying 1 species of native or alien descent. From there, you will be required to fill out the following: 1. Scientific name. 2. Place of origin. 3. Is it native or invasive? And, if invasive, what makes it invasive? 4. How much area does this species cover? If a mammal or aquatic species, what is its assumed range of migration or habitat? 5. What would your management plan be for control, eradication, or preservation? 6. Are there negative consequences to your management plan? This quest will be given to you on Friday's gatherings starting on week 8 and must be completed before our next gathering on Monday. That wraps it up for the fieldwork, so let's next talk about presenting your findings. As a pu'ulumua, you will be conducting your own investigations into targeted areas and report back on how they manage their natural resources. For this assessment, you will be critiqued on the following: volume, clarity, flow and transition, visuals, words per slide, and message deliveries. Other things you'll be critiqued on are topic, why it matters, history, media or communication, education and outreach, science or indigenous knowledge, stakeholders, economics, laws and regulations, and solutions. Depending on its difficulty, you will be working in pairs to complete this research. There will be one of these scouting requests once per mahele, so keep an eye out for them. Moving on, we have our final event, the ho'ike. Once you have sufficiently prepared for your final task, you will be taken on this level's raid, the ho'ike. In this raid event, you will all be given tasks that challenge your newly developed skills and techniques while forcing you to think outside of the box in this difficult terrain. But we'll worry about that boat after we build it. So, you think you're ready to take on this level? Or will you be left behind to tend to the trees as fertilizer? Only one way to find out.